Subscribe to my channel now. Remember to subscribe to my channel. See you. So here is the YouTube channel of Luca Lampariello. I just want to say first thank you to my subscribers and my viewers, but especially thank you to my subscribers for subscribing to my channel and supporting me and believing in me that I'm going to hunt down all those polyglot scammers. But let's see if Luca Lampariello is real or fake. Let's find out in this video if he is a real polyglot or fake. Also, let's find out if he's really from Italy or what I think. Let's find out. Let's continue. Let's show more videos. But after all the videos I showed now and I show him speaking Italian, but he keep looking and reading from some text, what do you think? Do you think he is from Italy? Do you think he's really from Italy? Or do you think that he can speak Italian if he keep reading the Italian text? I think he's from USA. I think he's from USA. And that maybe he have some family from Italy. That's why he has some Italian look, but I'm not really sure if he really look like Italian. He have dark hair and dark eyes, but I'm not sure if it's totally Italian look. But even if he have some Italian in his family, it doesn't mean that he can speak Italian, because many people in USA, they don't know the language of their parents if one of their parents is from another country, or if their grandparent is from another country. They will mostly learn English and speak American English with their friends and everyone. I think he's from USA, but you can think what you want. Even if he's from Italy, then I think he can only speak Italian and English. But let's continue and watch some more videos. I'll just show few more videos and few more stuff for people if they still believe that he is a real polyglot, just to see few more videos and also to see what else on his channel here. And then always they will speak many language in one video. There will be one or two, there will be like 2 or 3 persons speaking many language. There are 2 persons speaking how many language? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 language, 2 person. 2 persons speaking 6 language in 12 minutes. That's 1 minute per language per person. It's 12 minutes. That's every language 2 minutes, but there are 2 persons, so every language 1 minute. It's just bullshit. Everyone speaking 1 minute. All of this kind of bullshit. Let's see, what is this? How many language here? English, Russian, French, Spanish, Italian, Netherlands, Swedish, Portuguese, English. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 language. 9 language in 27 minutes, and there are 2 person. 9 language in 27 minutes, that's 3 minutes per language, 2 persons, so it's 1/2 minute per language per person. They make it look like when they will make some video like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or 40 minutes, or 1 hour, like that. But then there will be two persons speaking 7, 8, 9, 10 language or 15 language. So people will think, oh, but he's speaking for half hour or 40 minutes or 1 hour. But there are two persons speaking for this 20 minutes or half hour or 1 hour, and it's two persons speaking 10 language or 20 language, like that. So every language is only 1 minute, 2 minutes, something like that. Always they're fooling people how to learn more language at the same time, blah blah. And this one is the Italian video. I already showed this Italian video that he keep looking the paper all the time. So let's continue and see what else on his channel. How should we learn grammar, blah blah. Another Italian language video, 12 minutes, but I already showed the 14 minutes, and I'm not going to show you all his videos. I'm not going to show you all his videos. It will take too long time. Learning instead of studying, blah blah. Luca Lampariello interview. This Amir bullshit again. How to memorize new vocabulary. How to memorize. That's all what you do. You just memorize some words, some sentence. You memorize some sentence. Bullshit. There's a video in French for 21 minutes. Should we take a look, or it's too long time, 21 minutes? Let's take a look and see if he is cheating or no, if he's looking and reading from some text, if he can speak French for 21 minutes without reading from some text.
Moi,
Okay, let's see if he can speak French for 21 minutes without looking at some text, because in his first video where he speak 8 language, it looked like maybe he can speak a little French, but I'm not sure if he can actually speak French or if he just memorize also, or maybe he knows some beginner stuff in French or something like that. Let's take a look on this video in French.
je vais faire aujourd'hui une vidéo en français finalement. Ça fait beaucoup de temps que j'en ai pas fait, mais aujourd'hui je voulais la faire parce que je pense que c'est un sujet très intéressant et assez important. Et donc je voulais faire une vidéo au moins en italien, en anglais et en français. Alors, le sujet, cette discussion, cette vidéo, ça va être à propos de l'apprentissage de mots. En général, comme vous le savez très bien, l'apprentissage de mots. En général, comme vous le savez très bien,
Already after 34 seconds he looked down. Already after 34 seconds he looked down to read the text. I don't know if he knows some beginner stuff in French. Maybe he have practiced a little beginner stuff in French, or maybe he just memorize, or maybe it's a mix. Maybe it's a mix of memorize and practicing. Maybe he already practiced a little French and then also memorize some sentence like that. Let's continue and watch.
les, les mots, c'est les éléments nécessaires pour parler une langue couramment. Donc, c'est absolument nécessaire de connaître un tas de mots pour pouvoir s'exprimer sans problème. Le problème principal, c'est absolument nécessaire de connaître un tas de mots pour pouvoir s'exprimer sans problème.
I think he just memorized some stuff and then he is looking and reading when he cannot remember. It's all fake. All his videos seem like this. Maybe he knows some beginner stuff in French. But he also memorized the whole text, what he will say in the video, and then he will look and read when he don't remember. When he don't remember, he will look down here and read the text.
Principal, c'est que ça représente un défi parce que pas mal de gens ne savent pas comment procéder en ce qui concerne l'apprentissage de mots, un apprentissage efficace de mots. Et
every few seconds he look down and read the next few lines. Every few seconds he look down and read the next few lines. He already looked like 3, 4, 5 times in 1 minute. In 1 minute. 1 minute now he already looked like 3 times or 4 times or something like that. Every few seconds he just look down and read the next few sentences. And then some people will ask how he can read some words or few sentences when he only look down for 1 second, like how he can read something in only 1 second when he look down for only 1 second. As I said many times in my videos before, even if it looks like he only looked for 1 second or 2 seconds, or even sometimes it looks like it's less than a second, but actually maybe he's looking for 1 minute or 2 minutes or even 5 minutes or something like that. But after the video finish recording, then he will cut it out. He will cut out when he's looking down, so it only looks like 1 second, but in reality maybe he was looking for half minute or 1 minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes or something like that. Maybe he looked down for a longer time, but after the video finish recording, then he will edit and cut it out, so it only looks like he's looking for 1 second.
Pour des gens, pour certains, l'apprentissage de mots, c'est une vraie obsession. Et après, ils sont déçus parce qu'il y a pas mal de gens qui sont déçus parce qu'ils n'arrivent pas à apprendre un tas de mots comme ils souhaiteraient. Il y a des gens qui veulent apprendre, par exemple, 100 mots par jour, ce que je trouve un peu un miracle. Et après, ils se disent, comment ça se fait que j'arrive pas à apprendre un tas de mots comme ça.
Also, he keep looking many times to the left side and the right side. Especially he look many times to the right side and also left side. Maybe there's also some paper or something he's reading from on the right side and the left side. Like, look, he keep looking to the right side and left side. I think there's also some paper or something he's reading from. He keep looking to the right side and left side, and now he will also look down again. Again he looked down. Again he looked down to read the text. He will just speak for a few seconds or for half minute like that. He will look down and read the next 2 sentences or something. Then he will speak very slow. He will speak very slow so he can speak for a half minute or something, and then he will look down and read again. He will just read 1 sentence or 2 sentences, and then he will speak very slow. And then after he will look down and read the next 2 sentences.
Je voulais dire que une chose importante, c'est que c'est oublier les choses, c'est oublier les mots, oublier les informations, c'est une bonne chose pour le cerveau. En réalité, le cerveau, il prend des informations en général du monde extérieur, et après, il décide, c'est lui qui décide c'est quoi les informations nécessaires pour lui, c'est quoi les informations qui sont pas nécessaires et donc qui peuvent être mis à l'écart. En général, je me rappelle que j'avais lu quelque part un article sur une femme qui n'arrivait pas à oublier les choses. Donc toutes les informations qui entraient dans son cerveau est restée. Et elle était obsédée par la quantité d'informations qui s'étaient accumulées dans son cerveau. Donc justement, elle disait, à un moment donné, elle a dit qu'elle était exaspérée parce qu'elle n'arrivait pas à se concentrer. Elle cherchait à dormir et toutes ces informations inutiles continuaient à l'obséder. Et donc c'est un cas spécial naturellement parce que tout le monde n'est pas comme ça, mais heureusement que tout le monde n'est pas comme ça parce que ça signifie que nous, les gens entre guillemets normaux, ça signifie que nous oublions les choses, que nous oublions constamment des choses et qui pour faire de la place à de nouvelles informations.
Again, he looked down to read the text. Again, he looked down to read the next few lines. Again, he's looking down to read the next few lines. But maybe he know a little beginner stuff in French. Maybe he had French in high school because he said something in a video that I'm going to show that he had some French in high school or something like that. Maybe he know a little French, but he don't memorize it so good. Maybe he forget, like maybe he study French in high school, but then he cannot remember, then he start to practice a little again like that. Maybe he know a little beginner stuff in French, but he's not high level in French. He's not high level in French, just some beginner stuff, and then memorize, and then he just read from some text also. Memorize and reading from some text. He keep looking down to read from some paper or something like that.
Ce que je voulais dire en général, c'est que oublier, c'est une très bonne chose pour notre cerveau. Maintenant, il y a des gens qui se disent que comme ils oublient facilement, ils ont normaux, ça signifie que nous oublions les choses, que nous oublions constamment des choses et qui pour faire de la place à de nouvelles informations.
All the time looking down. For less than 3 minutes, he looked down all the time. All the time he's just looking down and reading from some text. All the time just looking down, reading from some text.
Ce que je voulais dire en général, c'est que oublier, c'est une très bonne chose pour notre cerveau. Maintenant, il y a des gens qui se disent que comme ils oublient facilement, parce que tout le monde n'est pas comme ça, mais heureusement que tout le monde n'est pas comme ça, parce que ça signifie que nous, les gens entre guillemets normaux, ça signifie que nous oublions les choses, que nous oublions constamment des choses et qui pour faire de la place à de nouvelles informations. Et donc, ce que je voulais dire en général, c'est que oublier, c'est une très bonne chose pour notre cerveau.
He speak for 5 seconds and then he look again. Only speak for 5 seconds. He look at minute 2:51. At minute 2:51 he was looking down. At minute 2:51 he was looking down and read something and then he say it, and then he look down now again at minute 2:56. He look at 2 minute 51 and then again at 2 minute 56. Only after 5 seconds he look again. He look down and read every word and every sentence. This is speaking French or speaking a language. You're just looking and reading from some paper or computer like that. You just look down on some paper, you wrote what you're going to say. Is this speaking the language? You're just reading some text, you practice how to pronounce, you wrote down something in French. He wrote down something in French, then he practiced how to pronounce it and how to read it, and now he's just reading it. It doesn't mean you can speak French, even if you know a little French, but this doesn't mean that you can speak French. Reading from some text doesn't mean you can speak the language. Anyone can write down some text in a language and read the text. It doesn't mean they can speak the language. You can read the text, doesn't mean you can speak the language. Only he keep looking down and reading from some text.
Il y a des gens qui se disent que comme ils oublient facilement, ils n'ont pas une bonne mémoire et donc ils sont pas bons en langues étrangères.
Bo. Bo. Yeah, you can speak French. You can speak French, yeah. You just keep saying bo, 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 and then you keep reading from a text. He's reading from a text and still he cannot speak correctly. He's reading from a text and still he cannot speak correctly. You look like an idiot. You look like an idiot. You look so stupid. You're reading from some text and still you cannot read it correctly. You're just full of bullshit. He's reading the whole video, he's reading from a text and still he cannot say the things correctly. Just bo, 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 bo. Okay, I will make this one again. Listen this one. Bo, 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 bo. He cannot even pronounce correctly. Even he practiced for many hours and many days, still he cannot say it correctly, and he keep repeating the words.
Et qui, pour faire de la place à de nouvelles informations. Et donc, ce que je voulais dire en général, c'est que oublier, c'est une très bonne chose pour notre cerveau. Maintenant, il y a des gens qui se disent que comme ils oublient facilement, ils n'ont pas une bonne mémoire et donc ils sont pas bons en langues étrangères.
Bon, 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 bon. Bruh, bruh. And he keep reading from the paper. He just keep reading from the paper. It's very fake. Very, very fake. Very fake. You cannot speak French. You cannot speak French. And if you know something in French, then it's just some beginner stuff. If you know something in French, then you only know some beginner stuff. But it's fake. It's fake and you're just reading from a paper. You're just reading from a paper. You cannot speak the language.
C'est un mythe, c'est une légende. Et aujourd'hui, je vais vous expliquer pourquoi. Et je vais vous donner quelques conseils pour apprendre de nouveaux mots de façon un peu plus efficace.
Okay, Luca, my friend, Luca. Is your real name Luca? Is your real name Luca? Are you really from Italy? And can you also speak Italian? Can you speak French? Can you speak anything? You are full of bullshit. The whole video he's looking down and reading from some text. The whole video he's just reading from a text. He cannot speak French. He just read from some paper.
Je voulais dire, alors ça c'est un article, bon c'est un article en anglais, mais je vous parle en français de toute façon, il n'y a pas de souci. Ça c'est en anglais. Et je vais vous donner quelques conseils pour apprendre de nouveaux mots de façon un peu plus efficace. Je voulais dire, alors ça c'est un article, bon c'est un article en anglais, mais je vous parle en français de toute façon, il n'y a pas de souci.
Here you have some paper and also have some other paper. You have this paper, but I think this maybe is not the paper he's reading from. Maybe this is another paper, but he also has some paper that he's reading from. He's just full of bullshit. Here is his paper. Look at me, I'm reading from some paper. But maybe this is not the paper he's looking from. Maybe this is another paper. Because he took this paper from the side. This paper was a little bit on the side. And then there's another paper in front of him that he's reading from. Fake polyglot.
C'est en anglais ça se dit forgetting curve, ça signifie que par exemple ici il y a le temps et ici il y a l'efficacité de l'apprentissage et si on apprend un nouveau mot
He's looking down and reading now. Look, he have this one in front of his face. You have the paper in front of his face and same time he's reading from the paper on the table. He put this one in front of his face so you cannot see his eyes. Now you cannot see his eyes, then he's looking down and reading from the paper on the table. Now he's looking down and reading from the paper on the table, because you cannot see him now, you cannot see his eyes. Just see, you will notice that he looked down, but it's not so clear. In the start, he looked down before.
De façon un peu plus efficace. Je voulais dire, alors ça c'est un article, bon c'est un article en anglais, mais je vous parle en français de toute façon, il n'y a pas de souci. Ça c'est en anglais ça se dit forgetting curve. Ça signifie que par exemple ici il y a le temps et ici il y a l'efficacité de l'apprentissage. Et si on apprend un nouveau mot, par exemple aujourd'hui,
Now he's looking down and reading the text on the table, on the paper. Now we cannot see him, then he can read the text without we see that he's reading the text, without we can see that he's looking down.
ici, jour 1. Après, au bout de quelques jours, vous avez complètement oublié cette information. C'est une image que vous pouvez trouver sur Google si vous écrivez Forgetting Curve. Ça signifie, ça témoigne du fait que, en fait, l'information, comme je vous disais auparavant, nous oublions, notre cerveau a la tendance d'oublier l'information, et c'est tout à fait naturel. Donc, qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire pour garder l'information?
All the time he's just looking down and reading the text. He's just fooling everyone. People believe in him, and then he's same like all the other polyglot YouTubers. They're just reading from some text.
Donc, qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire pour améliorer sa propre capacité à retenir de nouveaux mots ou de nouvelles informations? Je parle d'informations en général, de façon tout à fait générale. Le processus d'apprentissage d'informations, ça passe par 3 phases. La première phase, ça s'appelle... Alors,
he's looking down, and now you will tell me, oh, he's just looking down at the paper that he was showing us something. He's looking down to read. He's looking down to read what to say. He's not looking down to see the paper. He's just fooling everyone, just reading everything he's going to say in the video. Even if he knows some French, then it's just some beginner stuff.
La première phase, ça s'appelle le décodage. La deuxième, ça s'appelle le stockage. Et la deuxième, ça s'appelle stockage. Et d'apprentissage d'informations, ça passe par 3 phases. La première phase, ça s'appelle... Alors, donc, la première...
Okay, so the whole video is just looking down and reading. The whole video is just looking down and reading. Even if he knows some stuff in French, maybe just knows some beginner stuff. And then he just memorized some stuff and then also reading. Maybe he knows some French, but it's only beginner stuff.
Ça s'appelle le décodage. La deuxième, ça s'appelle le stockage. Et la deuxième, ça s'appelle stockage. Et la troisième, ça s'appelle récupération. Alors, décodage, ça signifie qu'il y a une information qui arrive, naturellement du monde extérieur, et nous, notre cerveau, il a tendance à la décoder. C'est un son. Et la troisième, ça s'appelle récupération. Alors, décodage, ça signifie qu'il y a une information qui arrive, naturellement du monde extérieur, et nous, notre cerveau, il a tendance à la décoder. C'est un son qui arrive, la décode, donc il fait le lien entre le son et la signification. Et après, cette information est stockée dans le cerveau, dans notre mémoire. La signification. Et après, cette information est stockée dans le cerveau.
All the time he's looking and reading the text. All the time he's just looking, reading the text. all the time just looking and reading the text from some paper.
Mémoire à long terme. Et après, la récupération, ça signifie que nous, les interprètes en général, ils parlent de disponibilité linguistique. Ça signifie que quand on cherche, quand on parle, notre cerveau, après, quand on a besoin d'un mot, il va chercher, il va récupérer le mot qui a été stocké dans la mémoire à long terme. Donc,
Luca, why you're not looking in the screen? Why you're not looking in the screen when you're talking? Why you keep looking down on the paper? Luca Lampariello, if that's your real name. Luca Lampariello, if that's your real name. Why you keep looking down and reading from a paper? If you can speak the language, why you keep looking at some paper to read the text?
c'est que quand il y a les fameux trous de mémoire,
he just wrote down some text, then he practiced for many hours and many days how to pronounce it and how to say it, and he tried to memorize it also, so when he speak it sounds convincing. But he just wrote down some text and practice how to pronounce it and practice the accent like that. It's just fake bullshit.
Trous de mémoire se produisent si l'une de ces phases présente une anomalie. Donc on ne peut pas se rappeler d'un truc, ou on ne peut pas le dire parce que, je sais pas, comme vous le savez très bien, il y a, et on l'a appris à l'école, il y a 3 types de mémoire. Il y a la mémoire à court terme, il y a la mémoire sensorielle, il y a la mémoire à long terme dont j'ai parlé auparavant, il y a 2 secondes.
Okay, I think maybe it's enough now, or should we continue the whole video? Should we continue and watch the whole video? I think it looks very fake. This looks very fake. He just keep looking and reading every word. Just keep looking and reading every word.
Là, l'information,
La information, la information, You cannot speak French, you're just reading the text and you just practice the pronunciation. La information, You're full of bullshit. You just practice few sentences that you're going to read and say in your video.
La mémoire sensorielle, elle reçoit l'information en général à travers la simulation des sens.
He's looking down the whole time. He looked down and then he look up, look down and look up. Just look down to see the word, then he look up, say the word, look down to see the word, then look up, say the word, look down to read the word, then look up and say the word. You're just reading from your paper. It doesn't mean you can speak the language.
Le tact, l'odorat, etc. La mémoire à court terme, elle aussi.
It's just reading from a text. It's just bullshit. Just bullshit. You cannot speak the language. You cannot speak French. Even if you know some French, maybe learn a little French in high school or something like that, or practice a little French, but I don't really believe that he can speak French. There's also a Spanish video. I don't know, should we watch a little of his Spanish video? 26 minutes. Maybe I'll just watch a little and see. But we already watched some Spanish video also. It was very fake. But let's see a few minutes maybe. Okay, the video is with this other guy, Amir. So it's not only Luca Lampariello. I don't know, should we watch a few minutes maybe, or just take a fast look?
Alemán, pues para decirte la verdad, alemán no lo hablaba mucho en Barcelona. Hablaba mucho francés, mucho italiano, mucho inglés también, con otros amigos, pero el alemán no mucho. El alemán, a decir verdad, lo estoy hablando muchísimo ahora en París, pero no mucho en Barcelona.
Ah, vale. Y bueno, la pregunta siguiente.
Estábamos comentando que al principio me molestó, pero
Okay, we cannot see him. We cannot see Luca Lampariello. They're just speaking. They're speaking for almost 27 minutes, almost 27 minutes, but we cannot see them. So it means Luca Lampariello can just read from some script now because we cannot see him. Now he can be reading from some paper because we cannot see him. Okay, let's see if there's other video we should see. I think I have already showed a lot, but maybe we'll see some of his new videos. Is living in a country absolutely necessary to learn a language? Is living in country? In country? It should not be is living in country. It should be is living in a country. In a country or in the country. But it doesn't really matter. Also this one, let's just see. Russian interview, ASML competition, Polyglot conference, bullshit. Luca Lampariello and Susanna Sarajeski about language. Richard, Luca and Susanna, blah blah. Luca Lampariello first attempt at Polish after 4 weeks. Should we see this? But it's only after 4 weeks. So I think it doesn't really matter if he only practiced for 4 weeks. How and why polyglot don't confuse language. Always this bullshit about why polyglots don't confuse language. You don't confuse language? You want me to tell you why I don't confuse language? Because you cannot speak any of the language. How can you confuse something you don't know how to speak? If you don't know how to speak Spanish or German or French or Swedish, how can you confuse them when you don't even speak them? And also how can you confuse the language? How can you polyglot scammer confuse the language when you're just reading from some paper or just memorizing few sentences? Bullshit with you. And then this video 38 minutes is many language. You can see here FRENIT, DE, ESP, so it's like French, English, Italian, Dutch, Spanish, Swedish, and maybe other language also. There's no need to watch a video where he speak like 7, 8 or 10 language in one video. Sam interview polyglot Luca Lampariello. Luca, Richard, and Susanna talk about choosing an accent. All this scammer community just practice accent. Just practice accent and learn few sentence. Just bullshitting people. Luca Lampariello in the Russian countryside. Bullshit. Luca, Richard speak in 9 language on stage. They speak 9 language in 4 minutes. 2 persons speaking 9 language in 4 minutes. That's like 10 seconds or 15 seconds per language because they're 2 person. Metropolitan versus Canadian French. Metropolitan French. Preview of Luca Lampariello first speak in Moscow. Metropolitan French. Preview of Luca Lampariello second speak in Moscow. Keep watching. I will show more videos, but I will not show everything. I'll just show few more videos. I'll just show few more videos of his new videos, maybe. The secret of making mistake in a language. Blah blah. Also, Italian video here. Hyper polyglot speaking in 16 language. Okay, we speak 16 language in 13 minutes. But no need to see that because I already show some videos where he speak many language in few minutes. How to develop a language, the secret of hyper polyglot interview with Imam blah blah, how to improve your pronunciation, Luca Lampariello and Richard SIM card in Russia, how to develop language, blah blah, my speech in Budapest, why and how I become bullshit, my Polish adventure, blah blah, Polyglot Luca, Polyglot Luca Lampariello about language learning, then a video in Russian, but let's see what is this Russian video about. Another video where they speak in a language but you cannot see them. Another video where he speak in a language but you cannot see him. Then he can be reading from some paper for sure. For sure now he's just reading from some paper. And then they will make the video, and if he do any mistakes they will just delete the video and make a new video. Just reading from some paper, and if they do any mistakes they will just delete the video and make a new video, or they will edit the video, and he can just be reading from some paper because we cannot see him.
Отлично, у тебя как?
Отлично тоже. Здесь все в порядке. Я использовал свой... Я думаю, что все зависит от того, на какой фазе ты находишься. Например, в начале, как я сказал...
He's just reading from some paper now because we cannot see him. He's just reading from some paper because now we cannot see him. Just bullshit. Why he did not reply to all those people writing to him in Russian? Why he did not respond to the people writing to him in Russian? He cannot speak Russian. Even if he reply, he can just use Google Translate to reply. Masterclass in Russian, bullshit. Masterclass in Russia. What is the secret to remembering words? Masterclass in Russian. How to learn a foreign language, methods and principles, bullshit. An interview with Tony Hernandez, blah blah. A demonstration of Italian accent and dialect, blah blah. How to learn a language without killing yourself, and blah blah blah, bullshit. How language shape personality. All is this bullshit about how language change your personality or shape your personality, and a lot of bullshit. How to read in a foreign language, language and life. Why Scandinavians speak exceptional English in Swedish. Okay, some 6-minute or 7-minute video in Swedish, and there are 2 persons speaking. So every person would just speak for 3 minutes or something in Swedish. And I already showed that his Swedish is just fake and just reading from some text or memorizing few sentences. My language learning history in 6 language. Okay, speaking 6 language in 3 minutes. Every language half minute. How language have changed my life? You mean how becoming a liar and fake and scammer have changed your life, that you can make money from lying to people and scamming people, so you can make money lying to people and scamming people, so you can travel to other countries. You're using the money that you get from lying and scamming people so you can travel and buy stuff. Q&A, talent motivation, and maintaining language, bullshit. Language, similar language, blah blah blah. Learning similar language, blah blah blah, bullshit. Blah blah blah, bullshit. How to learn the hardest language. How to fall in love with a language, blah blah. Why and how adults can learn language better than kids, blah blah. What is fluency in a foreign language? What is fluency in a foreign language? Same like I said many times before. For you fake polyglot scammers, YouTubers, for you fake scammers, fluency in a language means that you write down few sentences or few lines in a language, and then you just keep practicing the pronunciation and reading it many times and memorizing it, or you just read it from some paper and make some fake videos and editing the videos. Being a fake shithole is fluency for you. Fluency in a language for you is being some fake shithole, liar and scammer. How to face the fear of speaking a foreign language. how to become fluent in a language or in any language. Everything is just how to do and how to blah blah. Only all this how to do and some language learning tips and methods and bullshit. And same time they will make some videos where they pretend to speak the language. How to read if you want, blah blah blah. The book, 5 books that changed my life, blah blah. How to read books, blah blah. My first book, blah blah. How to read books, blah blah. Polish, the most difficult language of the world. Polish grammar, how to overcome, blah blah blah. How to learn Polish, how to overcome, blah blah. Luca and his adventure in Poland. Okay, so because you go to a vacation in Poland and make some video pretending that you can speak Polish, then you think you can speak the Polish language of Poland. Intensive reading, when to start a foreign language, extensive reading. I'm just trying to find if there's something interesting to show, but I think there's some video I will show now. Okay, some Italian video in 9 minute Q&A, 1 minute Q&A, the 5 biggest mistakes when learning vocabulary. My first video in Hungarian. Okay, his first video in Hungarian, 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Okay, let's take a look at this Hungarian video and see. And after that I want to show you also some other video, few more videos.
És halljátok, magyarul beszélek. Ez az első magyar nyelvű videóm, szóval nagyon remélem, hogy főleg a magyar anyanyelvűek mindet meg fognak érteni. Először is nem fogok arról beszélni, hogy hogyan tanultam meg magyarul, és nem fogom megkérdezni, hogy jól csinálom-e. Ez nem a videó fő célja. A videó fő célja is, hogy szeretném bemutatni, hogy mennyire fontos, hogy helyes döntéseket hozzunk, és hogy hogyan maradjunk motiváltak. Pontosabb, szerencsés döntéseket hozzunk, és hogy hogyan maradjunk motiváltak.
Okay, he just memorized few sentences to say in start of the video. Before he start the video, then he memorized few sentences. He said the few sentences and now he forget what to say. Then he look at the paper or computer to read the next few sentences. And I think also there's some edit in the video, but it's not so clear. I think there's some edits, but it's not so clear. But he just memorized few sentences, and after now he's looking down and reading. Now he's looking down and reading the next few sentences. Also the video is less than 3 minutes. The video less than 3 minutes.
Pontosabb, szeretnék beszélni arról, és hogy
He looked down 2 times in few seconds. In 2-3 seconds he looked down 2 times, if you notice. But I don't know if I can pause so fast because it's just after each other. I'll try to pause 2 times just after each other when he's looking down.
Maradjunk
Now he's looking down, and after 2 seconds or 3 seconds he will look down again. After 2 seconds he will look down one more time, but I don't know if I can pause so fast. I'll try if I can pause just after 2 seconds.
Pontosabb.
Now he's looking down again. He's on the way to look down here.
Szeretnék beszélni arról, hogy miért maradjunk
Here he's looking down, and also around 58 seconds he's looking down after 3 seconds.
Pontosabb.
See there, he's looking down again. Just in 2, 3, 4 seconds, he looked down 2 times. He looked down 2 times here on the paper to read from the paper. It's all fake.
Szeretnék beszélni arról, hogy miért kezdtem el tanulni a magyar nyelvet 3 évvel ezelőtt, és leginkább azért miért fogom folytatni a jövőben is.
Again, he's looking down. Again, he's looking down. Only 1 minute and 22 seconds, and he looked down like 3 or 4 times now. And then you will think that maybe you will think, oh, it's not so many times, but before he started the video, he was reading what he's going to say. Like, if you want to record the video now, then he will look first on the text. He will look the first few lines, then he start the video, and then he will say the first few lines, and then he will, after he cannot remember, then he will start to pause all the time. No, he will start to look down. He will start to look down all the time to read the next line or something like that. Now he keep looking down to read the next words. See, now he keep looking down to read the next words.
Hallottam, hogy a magyar nyelv nem hasznos, hogy csak Magyarországon beszélik, hogy a külföldiek, akik Magyarországon élnek, sem tanulnak magyarul, és csak angolul beszélnek Budapesten, vagy általában a Magyarországon, és Budapesten, vagy általában a Magyarországon.
Again, he looked down. He looked down at 1 minute and 22, and now it's 1 minute and 42. He looked down at 1 minute 22, now it's 1 minute 42. Only he speak for 20 seconds. And when he looked down at 1 minute 22, he was looking what he was going to say. The things he said the last 20 seconds, was the things he read when he looked down at 1:22. When he looked down at 1 minute and 22, the things he said from 1:22 to 1:42 was the things that he read when he looked down at 1:22. He looked down, read something, then he would say it. Also, he practiced and memorized the things he's going to say. So some of the things he can still remember. Because he memorized it. Some of the things he memorized it so he can remember it. And when he look, he will just take a fast look to see the things that he already memorized. When he look down, he will just see the things that he already memorized, just to remember it, to say it again. And when he looked down, it looks like he's just looking for 1 second, but maybe he's looking for 1 minute or 2 minutes or something like that. But after the video finish recording, then he will edit the video, then he will cut it out. He will cut it out when he's looking down, so it looks like it's only 1 second or 2 seconds like that, or even less than 1 second. So people think he just looked for 1 second, but maybe he's looking for 1 minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes. But after the video finish recording, he will cut it out. And there's also many other edits. Not only when he looked down, there's also sometimes when he's looking in the screen, there's some edits, but it's not easy to see because the new editing programs are really good. There's sometimes I see there's some flash, or like, I don't know how to explain it, but there are some other edits in the video also, but it's not easy to see them because editing programs now are really good, so it's not clear. He will speak for a few seconds, then he will look at the paper, then he will look in the screen again, and then after he will cut it out when he's looking at the paper, so you cannot see it because he just used some editing program to cut it out after, so you will not notice it.
És ez nem lenne elég. Sok ember gondolja, hogy a magyar nyelv nagyon túl nehéz. És miután Magyarországon töltöttem egy kis időt, és csodálatos élményekben volt részem, rájöttem, hogy nagyon szeretnék beszélni, folyékonyan beszélni magyarul, és ez a nagyon fontos pont. Az jelenti, hogy meg kell találnunk az erős okokat. Pont. Az jelenti, hogy
He looked down now, but I'm not sure if he read. Maybe he just looked one or two words that he cannot remember because he looked down fast here. Maybe he just looked few words that he cannot remember, or maybe he looked for a longer time, but when he edit, maybe he edit so it looks like he just looked for 1 second or something, but maybe he just looked one word fast or something like that because he already memorized this. He's only speaking for 2.5 minutes. He's only speaking for 2 minutes and 41 seconds. So the things that he's saying now, he already memorized it. The things he say now, he already memorized it. So it's just he looked fast because maybe there's one word or something he cannot remember. Then he will look down to read the things that he cannot remember.
Találnunk az erős okokat, hogy megtanuljunk egy nyelvet, és hogy nem törődjünk azzal, amit mások mondanak.
So this is also fake. He cannot speak the language. He just memorized few stuff. Even if he practice a little bit the language, then he just practice some beginner stuff. Every time they want to make a video of a new language, maybe they practice few beginner stuff. They'll just practice few beginner stuff and then write down something in the language and try to pronounce it. They'll practice the pronunciation, they'll practice the accent, and the pronunciation. They will try to memorize few sentences. Maybe they would try to learn few words and few beginner stuff. Maybe they'll try to learn few words and few beginner stuff in the language. If you want to learn Hungarian or Swedish or some language, maybe they will practice a little bit for a few weeks or few months like that. Just practice a little beginner stuff, practice pronunciation, then write down few stuff. But when they write down, maybe they write something more difficult, like they will not write down something that someone who have been learning for a few months, maybe they will write down something look like they have been learning for 1 year or 2 years. Maybe they will write down something that look like a little higher level, so people will think they're higher level, even they don't know the language or only know few beginner stuff like that. It's all fake. How not to confuse language? Because you're bullshit. Learn any language is my brand new website. Okay. So it's just about making money. Let's see if there's some link to his website there. Here his website, Luca Lampariello, and then look here in this video I'll present to you my new coaching website and how you can learn any language with me as your language coach. Your language coach. learn a language with you, really? You're full of bullshit. How can they learn language from you when you cannot even speak all this language? You're just fooling people. You're just making money fooling people. You're just a scammer. You're just fake polyglot scammer. How can you teach people any language? Language coach, really? And maybe some people will say like, why will those polyglot YouTubers waste all their time just to write down 10 sentences or 20 sentences or something in a language and waste many hours and many weeks or something like that to just write down few sentences in Spanish or German or French or Italian or Chinese or Japanese or other some language. Maybe some people will say, why will those polyglot YouTubers waste all their time to write down 10 sentences or 20 sentences or 30 sentences in a language and sit and memorize those sentences for many hours and many weeks? Like, I mean, some people will think like, what can they use that for? Like, is it why it's not useful? It's not useful to learn 10 sentences or 20 sentences in every language. Maybe some people will say like, why will they waste so many hours and so many weeks and waste their life doing this? It's because they can make some YouTube channel to make money lying and scamming people and fooling people, and then they can also become in the New York Times, like Luca Lampariello, he become in the New York Times or also some TV channel like that. They'll come on TV, and also same time they will sell some ebooks or sell some language learning course. They will make money from language learning course. They will make money from the YouTube channel. They will make money from ebooks. They will make money from TV channels or radio channels or newspapers if they make interview with them. So they do all this bullshit nonsense to make money. They do this bullshit nonsense, wasting their time just to memorize some sentence in many language and to make some fake videos just to make money. And people who buy their ebooks or their language course, they're wasting their money. Even if some of them can learn something, it's still a big scam. It's still a big scam, bullshit. They're just some scammers, fake scammers. Learn and improve language. What is a language coach? What is a language coach? And why do you need one? What is a language coach and why do you need one? I think what you mean, what is a scammer? Scammer coach. Scammer coach. Polyglot scammer coach. Polyglot scammer coach. Okay, just a lot of bullshit videos here. Let's try to find if there's something here. The life of a polyglot shit. How to sound like a native speaker. Bullshit. How to sound like a native speaker. How to sound like native speaker. 5 unbeatable tips. How to stay motivated. My God. 7 ridiculously simple tips to improve your listening. You are the ridiculous bullshit. Blah blah blah. Amazing bullshit tips. How to learn grammar. Blah blah blah. How polyglots switch languages. Bullshit. How polyglots switch language. We already know. You just read from some text and memorize few sentences and just editing and bullshitting. The secret to learning a lot of language, learning lots of language, learn one at a time, blah blah blah. The secret to learn lots of language learning, my journey, learning English principles to fluency. Okay, so after he made a lot of videos in the start, pretending to know a lot of language, after he made a lot of video pretending to know a lot of language and people start to believe in him, then now he just keep making a lot of video how to learn and how to blah blah and a lot of bullshit. Come and meet me and other language YouTubers in Berlin. No, thank you. I don't want to meet you fucking scammers. Come to my channel and meet all the scammers on my channel. I will show you and all the scammers on my channel. Come to my channel. How to learn 3 language, blah blah. How to use YouTube to learn new language. How to use YouTube to learn a new language. I will tell you how. Don't watch polyglot YouTubers videos to learn a language. Don't watch polyglot YouTubers to learn a language. For sure, don't watch polyglot YouTubers to learn a language. Blah 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 blah. A lot of bullshit. I want to find if there's something interesting. There's something in the new videos I want to show, I think. Here just bullshit, 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 bullshit. How to smash your fear, blah blah. Q&A, translation, blah blah. How to learn bullshit, how to learn bullshit, how to learn bullshit, how to learn Japanese, interview with Matt. I think this is Matt versus Japan or something. I think maybe he's also fake. I did not watch so much of his channel. How to learn Greek, my personal story in Greek, English subtitle. Okay, let's watch his Greek. Let's see if he can speak Greek. Do you think he can speak Greek? Let's see his Greek, if he can speak Greek.
Γεια σε όλους.
Subscribe to my channel now. Remember to subscribe to my channel. See you. اشترك في القناة دلوقتي. افتكر اشترك في القناة. أشوفك. السلامة. Husk at abonnere på min kanal nu. Husk at abonnere. Vi ses. Abonnez-vous à ma chaîne maintenant. Abonnez-vous. Abonnez-vous à ma chaîne.